Wow. Man, these guys are good. That's like welling up. It's really cool. I really think he's onto something here. As we get more and more mediated by screens and technology, the most valuable thing we really have is our time and the experiences that we have with that time. It's just a really inspiring story. Next up, a man who's very good at telling stories himself. Also, my partner in NewCo, in our newest NewCo here in Toronto, the CEO of Vision7 and the CEO of Cossette, is Brett Marchand. Did Bruce take the? I'll find it for you.
I think Bruce took my what a good picture. Look at him. I'm split. So yes, so I'm the CEO. Thank you of Vision7, which is half Cossette, by the way, and we also have 3 other agencies. So Camp, Citizen, and our media group, which a bunch of them are here, by the way. So hello to all my peeps. Thank you for coming. I'm actually here to invite you to NewCo, so I'm going to give you some details on it. I am not going to spend a long time talking about our story. But we have decided to bring it to Toronto, but also to Canada. So eventually we will be in 5 cities, and we're that affiliate partner as Cossette. So I'm excited about that. It's funny because I got to meet John at a Google event several years ago, and I remember thinking at that event that this guy's going to do something. We're going to do something together one day. So it's really exciting to be here. I just wanted, before I give you the details, I just want to talk about a couple things on why we're doing this. It's interesting because we have about 500 clients in 3 regions around the world, and one of the things that I see over and over is that our clients and their industries are being disrupted. And disruption is really at the core of why I think NewCo is so important to us as an organization, but also so important for us as an economy to get our eyes around and our arms wrapped around. I mean, this is affecting not just business, by the way, and industries, but it's having a huge impact on politics, on the environment, on tourism. I mean, it is just impacting everything. And why is that? I mean, don't take my word for it, by the way. Actually, the World Economic Forum's actually called it the 4th Industrial Revolution. And what's happening is you have this incredible exponential computing power combined with this millennial generation, combined with mobile and what that's doing, and social, the most connected group of people in the world. And all of these things are coming together to create a completely new economy. And this will change the world. And it's interesting because it's going to be companies that are going to change it. It's not going to be governments. It's not going to be politicians. It's not going to be the U.S. future president. Whichever way that goes, it's actually going to be companies. And many of those companies we have never heard of. When NewCo started, I think 6 years ago, there were an Airbnb, and there was Uber, and there was Tesla there, and a bunch of other really interesting companies that most of us had never heard of at the time. Now we all know them. And they are everywhere. It's not just tech companies. You're going to hear a little bit about some tech companies in a minute, but you also see it in companies like a theater company like Soul Pepper, and like a great travel tourism company like G Adventures. I mean, one of the things that Bruce didn't talk about is that 95%, 5% number. I think he's actually putting 95% of your dollars, and I've been on 3 of those trips, into all local businesses. He does not use any chain hotels. He is not using, you're not going in an Avis car. You are not going on a cruise ship that's owned somewhere in Europe. He's giving the money back to the local economy. So this is happening everywhere. And by the way, it's happening in Toronto. John talked about cities. Toronto is one of the most exciting places for this kind of innovation, and you're going to see that when you see the companies. And in fact, it's happening for a reason. I don't know what just happened there. It's happening because in Toronto, what you're finding is that this is a place where talent is coming back to. It's a place where people left in the last 10 or 20 years, but now because of the attraction of the city, because of all the things that are going on, because it's full of nice people, but it's also full of incredible talent, this is a place that businesses are coming back to start up. And in fact, a big venture capitalist said a couple of weeks ago that he thinks that Toronto's poised to be one of the biggest hubs in North America for technology startups, and you will see that. In fact, yesterday, one of our NewCos, I think, just raised $32 million as a Series A. I think they've been around for a year. It's called League. And that company, by the way, raised all of the money here in Canada, which I just, is unheard of. So we're gonna talk about some of those companies when we do NewCo. I'm gonna invite you to come to the event. Again, I don't know why that's happening, but so the 5 founding companies you get to hear from today. So it is G Adventures, it is Soul Pepper, but it's also going to be Wealthsimple, Wattpad, and Google Canada, and they're going to be on stage in a minute. But we've also got 20 other exciting companies already, and another 20 to come. So I swear to God, I'm not touching that thing. So how do you get tickets? Well, we only put tickets on sale today, by the way, so you're the first to hear about it. There will only be 1,200 tickets, and what happens is when you get a ticket, you get to go visit 5 companies, so the schedule that John talked about. So there'll be 8 or 5 time slots. You get to pick which companies you want to go to over that period of time. You're going to hear from a couple of them, and by the way, the ticket for the whole day is $75. $75. So go online. You can do it on your phone right now. I won't mind if we get the website back up there. Buy your tickets. It'll be September 15th. And by the way, everyone who comes and sees one of the companies also gets to go to a wrap-up party that night, which will probably be in our offices in Liberty Village. And so I'll get a chance to meet all of you. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to the next portion, which is going to be a panel run by John Battelle and with Wattpad, Google Canada, and Wealthsimple. Thank you.